Okay, this is the template text in Django. As you know, in the uh, programming language, you can see any format like if or. So the template text in Django, template texts are a way of telling Django that something else come more than plain HTML. It means you can do with template text with kind of programming on the server before sending HTML to the client. So we are going to learn at least three things: if else, for, if equal, if not equal. First, if else. I think if you know about the if function in Python, yeah, it will be not difficult to understand this one. If else, we will do the tag with the curly bracket and percent. And then we will have if percent and then closing. If it is true, then we can do something after this statement. So if it is false, we need to put option like else. And this else will be again using the curly bracket and percent and closing with the percent and curly bracket. And at the end, you need to put the and if. You can have another if, okay? The system will display everything will be in the if and if. So let's say if I have if, after I put the if, I can write something about the true statement, and we need to put the and if. If you have many if, okay, let's say if this one, and then I have another option. If the condition is false, I can put else, and at the end I will put the and if. So let's see. So I have this variable. Let's put this function in the fuse.py. In the fuse.py, let me have a new function. So this function is if else, and I have a w function. It is a boolean, true or false, and then number, and then I'm going to get a HTML file. So I'm going to create hello if.html. And in this case, I'm creating three kind of variable. The first variable is WARR. It means just like a warranty. And then I have variable A and then variable B. So each of the name will be represented with this key. So I'm going to put them into the HTML. Now I'm making a new path. So the new path will be path 2 in the URLs. So when I make the link to, it will execute to the function if else. And yeah, just make the unique name at this moment. We will learn about this maybe next week. So after I have this, let's create the HTML file. This is the HTML file for the hello if.html. I will update the file with the one that I shared on the PowerPoint. And then let's run it. So in the link number 2, we're going to learn about if else. So this is the text. This is the text, and okay, this is the text. So let's see what is the code inside of this text. First, about the title, it is hello if else. Now you can see the body. In the body, we have heading 1, if else warranty. What is warranty? Because it is using the 2 curly bracket, it means this is the variable from the Python, from the backend. And if the condition is true, so we are using the if pattern for the template text in HTML. So if the condition is true, then we are writing the paragraph. We need to put an if. And then we have a break line. So there is another pattern that we can learn. If warranty, so if it is true, we will print this one. How about if it is wrong or if it is false? So we can put else like this one. Then no warranty of your product will be printed if the condition is false. And then we will end it with any. So if, else, any. The other if we can use like this one. So in Python we have if, elif, else. So you can have multiple elif. If there are so many other conditions, then you can put it elif, elif, elif as many as it is necessary. So it is also works on the Django template. Here we have if variable A is higher than variable B, then let's print variable A. So variable A means I want to print the value of the variable A is greater than the value of variable B. If, so I have another condition, variable A less than variable B. Then if it is true, yeah, we will do this one. Variable B, the value of variable B is greater than the variable A. Else, it means if those two conditions are not true. So we will just make it the statement var B equals to the var A. We need to put the ending. Okay. So this is the result. If you want to change, let's say I want to change this view. I'm not using false, but I do not want to make it true. I want to make it as false. Then, yeah, if else is false, and then no warranty of your product, 5 is greater than 5. So 8 is greater than 5 for this problem. So in the if else, we can also learn about the operators. The operators means and or not. So and means both conditions should be true to result true. Not means the negation. and or is either condition should be true to result true. So let's see if I have this. Let me put into the hello if.html. If you directly copy and paste, there might be some errors because of the text in the PowerPoint. They contain some space or characters that does not match in PyCharm. So you need to modify something. For example, you can see like the additional character. So I want to know if the variable A is higher than 5 and variable B is lower than A. So I'm using this operator. So if it is true and if it is true, then we will print this one. If one of them is false, then we will print this one. Okay. So I think if you already know Python, it is easy to understand. If we look at the result, yes, 8 is greater than 5 and 5 is less than 8. It's true. Okay. In the if else, okay, the if tag do not allow and or and or clauses within the same tag. What does it mean? If you see this one, and or in the same line. Okay. So it is considered as ambiguous. So this is not allowed. Okay. This is one of the restriction in the template tag. So if you want to make with that kind of AND logic, so you need to make in the different way. For example, if you need to combine and or to do the advanced logic, you can use nested if tags. For example, you will check the first if. Okay, the first if is true, then we will check the second if with or. Okay, so the logic is still the same with the previous one. The logic is still the same with this one. Next is about loop, or we call it for. In the for tag allows you to loop over each item in a sequence. As in Python's for statement, the syntax is for x in y, where y is the sequence to loop over and x is the name of the variable to use for a particular cycle of loop. So if you have like for x in y, then it means x is the variable to make the loop and this is your data. Each time through the loop, the template system will render everything between for and for. So if you are using Python, you just make the indentation. But in the template tag for this Django, you need to have for and for. So for example, I'm using UL. Do you remember UL? It is unordered list. Okay, in HTML. For I in weekday, let's say weekday is a data like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So I'm going to print I in Li. Li is a list. And I need to put the and for. So the HTML know I will print this one. After I print this one, it will be ended here, and this is the ending from this algorithm. Okay, now let's make a new function. And for this function, let's adopt a new library, datetime. I'm going to make it as a new function in the views.py. So let's say weekday. I have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Oh, it in Saturday and Sunday. Okay. And I'm going to use today as the date time today and weekday. So I would like to print what is the date of today. And this is from the package date. I'm going to look into the hello for.html. So today will be the data from today, and weekday will be data from a list of weekday. So I'm going to render it. Next, I'm going to create the URLs. So I'm going to create the path number 3. You can create any name, but let me just put number for easy uh, understanding for every step. And then let's make the HTML file. So let's put the hello for.html in the template. Now, as you can see here, we have the hello word for loop today. Yeah. For loop today is 3. Why it is 3? Do you know why it is 3? Today, and then they would like to know the weekday. Okay. So today is Thursday. And in Python, I think they start from 0. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Because today is Thursday, so the index is 3. Okay. And then now there are some different concept with the Python for loop. So I give you this explanation. We have the for loop counter, and then we have for loop counter 0. We have ref counter. We have ref counter 0. We have first last and parent loop. The first is counter. If it is counter, then the index will start from 1. Okay, so if you are learning the programming like Java, Python, for every array or for every loop, they will start from 0. R will start from 1. This for loop counter, they distinguish. If you want to start from 1, then you can just use the counter. If you want to start from 0, you use counter 0. So there's a ref counter. It means reverse. And this ref also reverse, and it will go to 0 index, but this one it will go to the index number 1. This is true if this is the first time through the loop. This is true if this is the last time through the loop. And for the nested loop, so if you have for inside another for, so we can have the parent loop. So let's see one by one. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. When we look into the hello for, I'm going to have a string. Okay. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I start from the beginning. Then it is starting from counter 0. Okay. So counter 0 means from 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. So let's say if I put the counter without 0. So the counter will start from 1. Okay. Actually, the idea, yeah, this is just the same element, but it is starting from 1, 2, and so on. But if it is 0, then it is starting from 0, 1. So the counter means I would like to know what is the index for every of this element. So if you have a lot of string like this one, they will use the counter. Yeah, if it is counter, then it will start from 1. If it is counter 0, then it is started from 0. Ref counter means reverse. So from the last index. The last index is 26, and then it goes to index 1. If we have ref counter 0, means the last index will be 0, and it is started from index 25. And then if I want to know for loop first, it means I want to check if it is the first time. This is the first that I want to loop the loop. So you can see this is true, and then this is false. If I want to check the last, for the last, everything is false, and the last is true. So it means we can do something. For example, I want to know whether it is already the last element or not. Then for loop the last equals true, then finish. Can make that kind of condition. Next, we can print the weekday. What is weekday? So the weekday is the data here. It is a list. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And we are going to print. How to print it? We print as a paragraph. And this paragraph, we just print every element in the weekday. So we get Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Now, let's play something with the loop inside the loop or nested loop. So the loop in template tag is a little bit different with the loop in Python. For I in weekday, and then I have another loop, another for j in x. So it means I know that in weekday the data is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and so on. And then for the next for loop, this is the data. So it means I will have 4 elements because I have 4x. Now I'm going to print I. I'm going to print I, and I'm going to print the parent loop dot counter. What does it mean by the parent loop? The parent loop means we have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 data. We have 7 data, so the number will follow the parent. The parent is weekday. So the counter will follow the weekday. There are 7. Now let me change this one. So if I have x, so it means there are 4 elements. The weekday there are 7 elements. So if I run this, the result is there are 4. So I'm looking where is the parent. So the parent is I. So I'm going to count based on the number of elements in I. So the counter will be based on this data. So we have the parent loop. Of course, you can do with the for loop counter. Okay? So if you want to check this one. So if you do with the for loop counter, means you will get the for loop from the current for. The current for is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is from this for loop. But you can get the counter from the parent loop. So it is like a very special for loop. Okay, so that's the for loop in the template tag. Okay, so this is the explanation. I think, yeah, I already show you with the examples. Okay, so this is the explanation. If you learn Python, in Python you can see some additional syntax for. It means you can use break, you can use continue. But in Django, the template tag for, there is no support for breaking out. And there is no support for continue. So you cannot stop in the middle. You need to just do a loop until the end. So if you want to accomplish with the break and continue, yeah, of course you need to make some kind of if and etc. So the last one is about if equal and if not equal. Basically, it is almost similar with the if, but we just want to know whether two values are the same, the two values are equal or not. And you can use if equal, and we need to end it with and if equal. So the same with if, the if equal support else. Okay, let's see. This is the if equal function. And then I will just put another path. And then I will just make a new HTML file. So this HTML file is the hello if equal. Oh. If equal line 10. Hmm. I think, yeah, some website mentioned that the new version they already removed this one, but I'm not sure. Check.